Ethan Cole, a powerful CEO still grieving his wife, never imagined a child's handwriting could shatter him. But that evening, as he opened a stack of routine mail, one tiny pink envelope slipped out, covered in stickers and written in shaky letters. To the kind man who owns the big company. Inside was a short note. Sir, I am Lily. My mom is sick. We might lose our home. I just want a place where she can rest and smile again. I don't need toys. I just need a home. Please help us. Ethan froze. He'd built empires, saved companies, but he had never received a plea this pure, this desperate. And something inside him, something long buried since his wife's death, stirred awake. The address at the bottom of the letter led him to a small, broken-down apartment building the next morning. He knocked softly. The door opened to reveal a frail woman and a little girl with hopeful eyes. Lily gasped when she saw him. Mom, it's the man. The man I wrote to. Her mother's face flushed with embarrassment. Sir, I didn't know she sent that letter. We're fine, really. But Ethan looked around the cold, nearly empty room and knew they weren't fine at all. For the first time in years, he felt purpose. May I come in? He asked gently. And just like that, the moment a child had prayed for quietly, began. The tiny living room felt more like a struggling hospital ward than a home. Blankets were piled near the sofa, medicine bottles lined the table, and a soft rattling cough came from Lily's mother, Grace. Ethan stepped inside carefully, unsure whether to speak as a CEO, or a human being trying not to break. Grace tried to straighten up. I'm sorry for the letter. Lily just worries too much. But she shouldn't be the one worrying, Ethan replied softly. A child should feel safe. Grace lowered her eyes. I lost my job when I got sick. Rent is overdue. I didn't want anyone's pity. It's not pity, Ethan said. It's humanity. Lily tugged at his sleeve. Sir? I didn't mean to cause trouble. I just wanted Mom to have a warm place. She gets cold at night. Her honesty tightened something in his chest. His late wife, Claire, used to say, if you can help someone breathe easier, even for one day, do it. He swallowed. Lily, sweetheart, you did nothing wrong. You were brave. Grace's voice cracked. Sir, we'll find a way. We just need time. Ethan looked around, the peeling paint, the flickering bulb, the worn-out shoes by the door. You don't need time, he said. You need help. Grace stared at him, unsure. Ethan took a breath, one that felt like stepping off a cliff. I'd like to move you both into one of my company apartments. Fully furnished. Safe. Warm. No rent. Grace's eyes filled instantly. We can't accept that. Why would you? Because your daughter reminded me what kindness looks like. Lily hugged him without warning, tiny arms squeezing with all her hope. And for the first time since Claire died, Ethan felt alive. Wordlessly, Grace covered her mouth as tears spilled down her cheeks. She wasn't the kind of woman who cried easily, but this kindness, this unexpected lifeline, broke every wall she had built. Sir, we don't even know you, she whispered. Ethan nodded. Then get to know me. My name is Ethan Cole. Grace blinked. The Ethan Cole? From Cole Industries? Lily tilted her head. You're important? Ethan chuckled softly. Not as important as your letter made me feel. Grace sat slowly, weak from both shock and sickness. Why would someone like you bother with us? My wife, she worked as a pediatric nurse, he said, voice thickening. Helping people made her shine. After losing her, I forgot what it felt like to do something meaningful. Lily crawled into her mother's lap. Mom, maybe he's an angel. Grace smiled weakly, brushing her daughter's hair. Angels don't knock on broken doors, baby. Sometimes, Ethan said gently, they write letters. The room fell quiet. Grace finally nodded. Okay. We'll accept your help, but only if I can work for it somehow. I don't want charity. Ethan respected that. Cole Industries always needs strong people. When you recover, there will be a job waiting. And until then? Grace asked. You focus on healing, he said. I'll take care of the rest. Lily suddenly ran to her tiny desk and grabbed a crayon drawing. She shyly handed it to Ethan. It was a picture of her mother, and a tall man holding a glowing heart. This is you, she whispered. Ethan stared at it, overwhelmed. He hadn't realized how badly he needed someone to believe he still had a heart at all. By noon, Ethan had arranged everything: transportation, the apartment keys, even a doctor's appointment for Grace. But when he returned to the small apartment to pick them up, he found Grace sitting on the floor, surrounded by a few belongings she tried to pack. She looked defeated. I don't deserve this, she murmured. Ethan knelt beside her. Grace, what happened to you isn't a punishment. Life hits hard. Sometimes too hard. Let someone lift you for once. Her shoulders shook. Everyone left when I got sick. Friends, coworkers, even my landlord stopped answering my calls. And now you, this stranger, shows up and offers everything I prayed for? Ethan's voice softened. I know what it feels like to lose everything. Maybe this is our way of pulling each other out. Lily came skipping in with her backpack. Mom! I packed my crayons and the picture I drew. Can we go now? Grace laughed tearfully. Yes, sweetheart. We can go. The drive to the new apartment was quiet but hopeful. When they arrived, Lily gasped. The place wasn't luxurious. Ethan had chosen a simple, warm, family-style unit, but to a child who had slept in the cold, it felt like a castle. She ran room to room squealing. Mom! Look! A window without cracks! And the lights work! Grace touched the couch gently as though it were made of gold. It's beautiful, too beautiful. It's yours, Ethan said. Grace turned to him, truly seeing him. You didn't just give us a home. You gave my daughter hope. And she, Ethan replied, gave me purpose. In that quiet room, something shifted, 3 broken hearts beginning, slowly, to heal. The next morning, Ethan returned with groceries, and a surprise. When he knocked, Lily flung the door open with a grin. You came back, she said, as if she feared he wouldn't. Of course, Ethan smiled. I promised I'd help. Grace walked up behind her, looking healthier already. You didn't have to bring anything else. I know, he said, but I wanted to. He handed her the grocery bags, but there was something else tucked underneath, a small envelope. What's this? She asked. A job offer, Ethan replied. Part-time, remote. You can work from home while you recover. Grace's breath itched. You're giving me independence, not just help. That's the point, he said. Lily tugged his sleeve. Sir, can I show you something? She led him to a window. On the glass, using her crayons, she had drawn 3 figures again, but this time, the tall man had a halo made of bright yellow sunbeams. That's you, she whispered. Because you brought light. Ethan felt something inside him crack open, the part of his heart he'd shut tight after losing Claire. Grace noticed his silence. Are you all right? He nodded slowly, voice thick. I didn't expect any of this. Grace stepped closer. Maybe we were meant to find each other. Lily squeezed both their hands. Maybe we're a team now. Ethan didn't answer right away. But he didn't need to. For the first time in years, he felt like he wasn't walking through life alone. And that, not success, not wealth, was the miracle he never saw coming. As days turned into weeks, their lives intertwined naturally. Ethan visited often, sometimes with medicine, sometimes with food, but mostly with genuine presence. Grace regained strength. Lily flourished in school. And Ethan felt a warmth he thought he'd buried forever. One cloudy afternoon, Grace invited him to dinner. Homemade soup, simple, but filled with gratitude. After they ate, Lily ran to her room, returning with a new letter. This one is for you, she said proudly. Ethan unfolded it. Dear sir, thank you for giving us a home. Now I want to ask something else. Can you stay? Not just today. But can you be part of our family? Ethan's throat tightened. Grace froze, wide-eyed. Lily, baby, you can't just... But Lily continued softly. Mom, he makes you smile again. And I don't feel scared when he's here. Ethan looked at Grace, searching her eyes. I don't want to replace anyone, he said gently. But I'd like to be here, if you'll have me. Grace blinked fast, emotions flooding through her. You already are. You saved us, Ethan. But more than that, you cared. He reached for her trembling hand. She let him. Lily giggled, wrapping her arms around them both. See? We're a team! The room felt brighter, warmer, like a home stitched together not by blood, but by kindness. Ethan whispered, Your first letter asked for a home. But this gave me one too. And as they held each other, a widowed CEO, a brave mother, and a hopeful little girl, 3 lives broken by loss, found something stronger than rescue. They found family.